what I keep hearing everyone say around here today. Do you agree with that?
I think so. That's kind of been the theme, giving up plays that we know we shouldn't, penalties, takeaways, or turnovers, and then a lack of takeaways. Those things we feel like we're doing to ourselves. We hadn't played a game yet where we felt like the team just flat out beat us. So that's, I think, the most frustrating part. But it's up to us to correct those. And obviously, with a short week, it's something that we're going to have to trust each individual to look at themselves critically, really without practice, and try to be a more disciplined team next week.
Does that make it more frustrating than just getting outplayed, like you said?
Yeah, I think so. I think if it was an issue of talent or scheme, we can live with that. But when you're losing games because you're committing penalties or you're missing assignments or giving the ball away, not taking the ball away, that's frustrating, to each of us. But we'll continue to trust in the process. I think if anything, we'll dive harder into the smaller details, put pressure on everybody to individually just get a little bit better, and continue to compete.
Malcolm, would you have a view on Michael's hit that got called low?
Yeah, I don't know what he's supposed to do. If the quarterback has the ball, I know they don't want low hits on the quarterback, but if you're falling down, I guess you're supposed to just let the quarterback go. The explanation from the official was, he has to avoid that hit, which means that he can't do his job. You can't tackle a quarterback while the quarterback has the ball. So obviously that was a big play. I was frustrated, but I don't know what to tell Mike to do on that play.
You had a long conversation with the official. What was your argument to him? And then
Yeah, it was what do you want me to tell him? What do I tell my teammate to do in that situation where he's already, falling to the ground. He's the quarterback has the ball in his hands, and he's just like, he has to avoid the play, which, literally means he has to fall and allow the quarterback to continue the down, which is the antithesis of his job. So, it was a tough call, but, we got to find a way to overcome it.
Are these rules becoming too slanted against the defense?
Well, I think they just sometimes lack common sense. So, I get it. We want to protect quarterbacks, and I completely, understand that. They're the lifeblood to our game, but, it's really hard to do the job. And it's having an effect on some games, but we have plenty of other opportunities to win the game. That was just one play that was a little frustrating.
Malcolm, what did you say to the team when you kind of addressed them after Doug spoke in here?
I mean, we got a short week, so at the end of the day, if we want to get better, there's no, magic play or drink that we can make to be a better team. It's just every individual has to find out what they need to get better at and do it in a hurry. Because at the end of the day, I think we can all look at a play or two here or there, a mistake or two here or there that's I would say out of character, but it's been a thing. And if you take those away, then there's really not much else that we can do. It's just those self-inflicted wounds. So each individual's got to find a way to get just a little bit better, and we have to trust the guy next to us, to the left and to the right, that they're doing that. And we'll continue to compete and let the cards fall where they may.
You have to have a short memory, obviously, in this sport. Does it help with the short week after a loss that you kind of can just get back out there?
Depends on the individual. If you want to let it carry over, it will. If you attack the tape, take care of your body, get some rest, and move on, and deliberately correct the mistakes that you made, then it'll make you better. And so we'll see how we end up.
You guys were so good at limiting explosive plays last year. They got 5 more tonight.
Yeah.
Do you see like a theme here through the first part of the season with those?
I mean, if most of those plays, if you look at it, we're real close to the quarterback, and the ball gets off. If we can get one more step in our rush, hit our angles just a little bit better, I think we get the quarterback down or get him to hold it. We made some adjustments that helped us later in the game, but we got to do a bit better job of that, making sure that we keep the ball in front of us. But I think that's a collective effort. That's the rush, that's the blitzers, the guys in the back end. But we're an aggressive defense, so we'll continue. As long as they're not going for touchdowns, we'll live to play another down.
Malcolm, a lot of guys have used the words fight and focus in here. Has it maybe been that guys haven't been focused quite enough or aren't fighting hard enough at this point?
I don't think the fight is the issue. I think guys are playing hard in every single game. I think focus, I guess you could say. I wouldn't say that we're an unfocused group. I think discipline is really the word. When you look at just doing your job, snap in and snap out for whether it's 70 plays or 50 plays, just doing your job every single time. Not committing bad penalties. We live with penalties if you're playing aggressive. If you're going after a play, cool. But just dumb penalties we can't have. Protecting the football, we need to do a better job of that. And then defensively, we got to find ways to get the ball. I think that's one thing that we did in the past that bailed us out of a lot of bad situations. We hadn't quite come up with those this year, and so we got to find opportunities, whether that's from the quarterback, ball carriers, getting guys in some throwing lanes. So we got to search for those opportunities, and then eliminating the big play, making teams earn it, and then getting some better field position for offense. So I think it's a collective effort, and it's going to come down to each individual trying to find a way to get just a little bit better, including myself.
You guys haven't lost 2 in a row since December of 2016. What did you tell these guys after this one?
I mean, you can make it. You can make it whatever you want it to be. If you want to feel sorry for yourself, you want to go in the tank, it's there for you to do it. I'm sure there's plenty on social media. There's going to be plenty of media to tell you, that you aren't any good. You can believe it if you want to. But if you want to get it back in the winning column, then you watch the tape, you digest it, you get better as an individual, and you show up next week and play hard.
Where's your level of concern at right now with how this team is playing? I'm sorry if you're asking.
My concern is, it's not that high, to be honest. This game is one of those that if you don't get better, it'll show up. If you do, you'll win. And right now we have been playing good enough to win the majority of our games. We have another opportunity next week. At the end of the day, we can only control what we can control. And this game is, at this point, behind us. What we can control is how we deal with it, how we as individuals evaluate ourselves, as coaches, how we evaluate the team and put ourselves in positions to win. And then, looking forward to competing on Thursday night.
When Fletcher got in Jalen's face there,
did that happen?
oh, you didn't see it?
No, I didn't see that.